In previous lecture, what we have done is we have understood what is foreign currency rates. We have also understood bid and ask. We have also understood cross currency conversion. If the rate is not directly quoted in India, how we can do it. What we'll be doing in today's lecture is we'll be first revising briefly what we have done in previous lecture, and then we'll move on to forward rates of foreign currency. Alright, so what we did was, say we are in India. The rate is normally quoted in a manner of bid and ask. Bid slash ask. Say this is the rate. 70 rupees slash 71 rupees per dollar. Then 70 is the bid rate and 71 is ask rate. Also, we have understood yesterday you can always purchase at higher rate and sell at a lower rate. So if you are a customer, this is a rate at which you can purchase dollar. And this is the rate at which you can sell dollar. So bid rate is applicable when you want to sell dollar, and ask rate is applicable when you want to purchase dollar. And always it will be denominated in this manner. Always ask will be greater than bid. Also, we have understood in previous lecture that this quote, rupees per dollar quote, is a quote for dollar. We are an Indian, Mr. X is an Indian person for whom home currency is rupees. So this quote, if you want to convert some foreign currency, say, yes, a foreign currency, say dollar, you want to convert it into rupees, then what you can do is you can directly multiply dollar with this rate and what will be converted in rupees, and so this quote is termed as a direct quote for foreign currency. Is it alright? Or for Mr. X who is staying in India. Is it alright? So, this is what we have learned, and then we went on understanding how to convert this direct quote into indirect quote. To convert it, what will be the answer is a dollar per rupees. Now, this will be rate of rupees and rate of not dollars. Is it alright? So, what will be answer is this? It will be 1 divided by 1 divided by. It will be reciprocal. Whenever the direct is converted into indirect or indirect is converted into direct, it will be reciprocal. How it will be reciprocal? Ask will come in denominator of bid and bid will come in denominator of ask. And this rate 1 by 71 slash 1 by 70 is the rate of dollar per rupees, which will become indirect quote for Mr. X. Then we learned cross currency. What is cross currency? Suppose two rates are given, 40 slash 41 rupees per dollar, and this quote is in India. Another quote is given 1.40 slash 1.50 dollar per pound. And if someone tells me to find out rupees per pound, I can easily find out this answer by just multiplying this two rate. How? Rupees per dollar is this rate. This rate is a dollar per pound. I have just written the rate. Now if I multiply this two rate, dollar will get cancelled. What will remain is rupees per pound. Is it alright? Which is required, rupees per pound. So you just need to multiply 40 into 1.40 slash 41 into 1.50, and answer which I'll be getting is rupees per pound. Here I have taken rate in such a manner that I need not reciprocal any rate. Even if it is reciprocal, we have done it in previous session, we can easily solve the question. We have taken at the last some 5 rates whereby we converted into one rate, and this is how the cross currency works. Sorry. Now try to concentrate. We are going to next concept of forward of currency. As I have told you in previous lecture, ultimately foreign currency is a asset. It is an underlying asset. So instead of potatoes, the asset or underlying asset is a dollar or any foreign currency. Now, whenever there is an underlying asset, there is some risk, and so forwards or futures are available for such asset. We have done forwards and derivative. Try to concentrate over here also. Forward rate of dollar. Forward rate of 1 year dollar is 75 rupees per dollar. Try to understand, I am writing another rate also, which is 74.50 rupees per dollar. But this is a spot rate. This is which rate? Spot rate. So what is the difference? Try to concentrate. If I want to purchase and sell dollar today, if I am having dollar today, I want to sell it. If I want a dollar today, if I want to purchase it, that is a today, this rate will be applicable. But if I want to enter into forward contract, we are very comfortable with forward contract. If you want to enter into contract today, but want to purchase a dollar after 1 year, you can enter into a compulsory forward contract at a rate of 75. So after 1 year, whether the rate is 100 or whether the rate is 50, you will be getting $1 at the rate of 75 rupees. Is that right? This is a 1 year forward rate. And if you enter into this type of contract, this will be agreement of forward, which we have already learned in derivative. But please try to understand, this is a forward rate and not a spot rate. Is it alright? Try to understand, I am also teaching you some of the vocabulary of forex. Try to concentrate. Here, if these are the rates, what is the spot rate? 74.50. What is the rate? 75. Can you tell me the 74.50 and 75 is rate of rupees or rate of dollar?
Is rate of dollar in terms of rupees.
It is rate of dollar in terms of rupees, agreed, but it is rate of dollar. So, if I want to tell something about the forward rates of dollar, try to understand what I am saying. Dollar is trading at premium in 1 year forward. Why premium? This rate is higher. If you want to purchase dollar after 1 year, it is available at 75. If you want to purchase a dollar today, it is 74.50. So it is at higher rate. So dollar is trading at premium. Is it all? Try to concentrate. You can also say rupees is trading at discount in 1 year forward. Is it alright? So rupees is trading at discount and dollar is trading at premium. if the forward rate is higher than spot rate of a particular currency, this currency is of dollar, so it is at premium. And if dollar is at a premium, rupee will always be at discount. That's right. Try to understand one more scenario. Rate of dollar today is 71 rupees per dollar. Tomorrow, it became 72 rupees per dollar. See, I can use two statements for this. Dollar has appreciated or rupees has depreciated. Rupee has depreciate or dollar has appreciate. Why rupee has depreciate? 71 is becoming 72 rupees. Why rupees has depreciated? Stuti?
Sir, because we will have to pay more rupees for $1.
You will have to pay more rupees for $1. And 71 and 72 is value of rupee. It is value of dollar and not value of rupee. So something becoming 71 to 72 is something of dollar. So dollar has appreciate and rupees has depreciate. So you might have heard in forex market, in trading market, that today rupee depreciated. And if you will see the rupee from 71, it has become 72. Is it alright? So 71 becoming 72, rupee is depreciating. What is appreciating is dollar. Similar way, if after one more day, that is day after tomorrow, if dollar again becomes 70 rupees per dollar, you can use this statement, rupees has appreciated and dollar has depreciated. Got it? This is nothing but the wordings which are used. Appreciation, depreciation, or dollar is at premium, rupees is at discount. Is it alright? Alright. One more. We are talking about premium and discount of foreign currency. Try to concentrate. Today, spot, the rate of dollar is 100 rupees per dollar, and 1 year forward is 110 rupees per dollar. So these are theoretical rate, not practical rate, but these are the rates available. Is it alright? Yes, Stuti, can you help me out? Dollar is at premium or dollar is at discount? You tell me, you need to tell me something about dollar. Dollar is at premium or dollar is at discount?
It is at premium.
Dollar is at premium. Is it right? Dollar is at premium. Now we have learned this. If the value of the asset is increased in forward market, then ultimately it is at premium. The question is how much? Alright. How much can be found out from this? How much it has increased? 110 minus 100. Is it alright? This much it has increased. What was it in base year? 100. So 10 rupees on 100 rupees has increased. It was 100 and it has become 110. Sorry. Multiplied by 100. This will be nothing but 10%. So dollar is at a premium of 10%. Is it right? How I have found out? Try to concentrate. Number one, I have taken this for 1 year. So the rate I will be getting is always per annum. If it is not per annum, I'll have to change it and convert it into per annum. Is it right? But if the rate is per annum, it is for 1 year, this direct rate is per annum. Is it right? What was 110? 110 was forward. minus spot divided by spot multiplied by 100 is nothing but a premium slash discount. Yes, of course you need to convert it into per annum. Start it. Alright. I want any student to answer me. If dollar is at a premium of 10%, rupees will be at a discount of 10%. Yes or no? My question is, dollar is at a premium of 10% per annum. So, rupees will be at a discount of 10%. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Sakshi?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Anyone else who agrees or disagree? Alright. Let me prove
9.09%.
9.09%. Alright. Let me just verify whether we are correct or we are not.
9.09%.
Yes, sir, 9.09%.
9.09%. Alright. Let me verify whether my answer is correct or not correct. This answer is correct or not correct. Is it alright? Let me just try it out. Is it alright? So, if you want a premium or discount on rupees, you need a rate of rupees. Is it alright? Whether the price of this pen has increased or decreased, you require price of this pen. If you want a discount or premium on rupees, first you need a rate of rupees. So what will be the rate of rupees as far as a spot is concerned? It should be dollar per rupees. And what should be the rate? I have explained you how to convert direct into indirect. 1 divided by 100. Is it alright? What will be forward then? 1 year forward will be, what was forward? It is 110. So it is 1 divided by 110 dollar per rupees. Formula remains the same, whether it is discount or whether it is premium. Try to concentrate. Forward minus spot divided by spot multiplied by 100. What is forward rate? 1 divided by 110 minus spot rate is 1 divided by 100 divided by spot rate is 1 divided by 100 multiplied by 100. So let me find out all the answers. 1 divided by 100 is 0.01 and 1 divided by 110 is 0.0090. Let me keep it as it is. Is it alright? So that I get exact answer. This is 1 divided by 110 minus 0.01 upon 0.01 multiplied by 100. Is it alright? It is 110 multiplied by 0.01 is equal to 1.1. So it is 1 minus 1.1 divided by 110 upon 0.01 multiplied by 100. 1 minus 1.1 divided by 110 divided by because it was negative, it is coming in error. This is 0.1. Yes. 0.1 divided by 110. It is 9.0909 divided by 0.01 multiplied by 100. It is coming 9.09 and this is coming negative. Is it alright? It will come negative because forward will be less than spot. Is it alright? So 9.09. No need to write down negative. As it is negative, then rupees is at discount. Rupees is at discount. Is it all? So, if dollar is at a premium of 10%, rupees is not at discount of 10%, rupees will be at a discount of 9.09%. This I have proved. My question is why? Because there were n numbers of students who have given me correct answer. Why, if the dollar is at premium of 10%, rupees will be at discount of only 9.09%?
Due to time value of money.
Due to time value of money will not be applicable in dollar.
Yes, sir. That I was going to ask, but you are explaining in between. This is absolute comparison. We can't compare 110 with 100. It's rate after 1 year, isn't it?
Agreed. But try to understand, in forward market, a dollar is trading higher or lower. This rate is applicable for today. If you want to enter into contract today, yes, try to concentrate. If in forward contracts are not entered after 1 year, they are entered today. This rate is also today. So if someone asks you that, sir, this rate, I have given a consignment, I have sold the goods, I am going to get dollar after 1 year. Which rate will be applicable? This rate will be applicable. I'll say, what is the rate now? 100. So in forward market, whether it is at a premium or it is at discount, it is at premium. Is it all right? And how much premium is running is 10%. Is it alright? So this is just an explanation to a person to whom dollar is receivable or payable after 1 year. Then he can decide. Try to understand. If I tell you that you are an exporter, right? You are going to get $1 lakh after 3 months. Let me write down over here. You are going to get $1 lakh after 3 months. You are going to get after 3 months. If I tell you that a dollar is running at a 3-month premium in forward market, you will be happy. Why? You know that you are going to get more than spot market. If I tell you dollar is running at a discount in 3 months forward market, you will not be happy because you know that you are going to get less than the spot market. Is it alright? So it is just a saying that whether it is at premium or discount and how much it is. Is it alright? And whenever you are finding out rate, try to understand you are finding out interest. There is no use of finding out time value of money, because practically what is 10 rupees? Interest, and you are finding out interest rate at which something should be discounted. Is it alright? So 110 should be discounted at 10% to get current value. Is it alright? My question is, why this is 10% and this is 9.09%? It should be 10%. What is the reason it is coming 9.09%?
Sir, because you are reciprocating it, and so the value of rupees is less when it is after 1 year forward rate.
Alright.
Sir, on 110 rupees,
Yes.
if we calculate the discount, means as you told, I am entering into the contract today. So at 110 rupees, I would have to pay 9% more if we divide 10 by 110.
Alright.
Today's rate is 100.
Yes.
And the difference is 10 rupees divided by 110. So the answer would be 9.09%. And
Alright.
we are paying that much more today.
Alright.
We are we are
Alright.
promising, I mean.
Alright. All of your logic is correct. Is it alright? I'm not saying it is incorrect. Is it alright? But try to understand this value and this value. This was first 100, then it became 110. Now it is not 100. It is 0.01 and it became 1 divided by 1.1 is 0.909. Start it. So it is 1 divided by 110. Yes, it is 0.00909. 0.00909. So 10 rupees on 100 is not equal to the difference of this on this value. The values are changing. First the value was of pen. Now the value is of currency. The asset itself is changing. It will not remain same. It will not remain same. Is it alright? So, and it is very simple mathematics. Then 100, 10% is 10 rupees. Is it alright? But 90 is 10 rupees is not 10 percentage. Is it alright? So, it is a mathematical logic. So, the answers will be different. Is it alright? Let me take a simple example. We are finding out 3 months of forward premium. Is it alright? It is at premium. So, is it? Spot rate of dollar is 74.50 rupees per dollar. Forward rate is 75.00 rupees per dollar. And it is a 3 months forward rate. It is 3 months forward rate. Is it alright? So, let me find out a first forward premium. I already know it is premium. And believe me, my sign will be also positive. It is 75 minus 74.50 divided by 74.50 multiplied by 100. Is it alright? It is 75 minus 74.50 divided by 74.50 multiplied by 100. It is 0.6711 percentage. 0.6711 percentage per 3 months. Never the rate is quoted for 3 months. So I need to convert it into 12 months. 0.6711 into 12 divided by 3 will be answer of percentage per annum. This answer is 0.6711 multiplied by 12 divided by 3. It is 2.68 percentage. 2.68 percentage per annum dollar is at premium. Alright. So, logically you should understand this is the premium amount. This is the base amount. I am just finding out the percentage. But as this all figures are of 3 months, the answer which is coming is of 3 months. I need to convert it into 12 months. So always I will remember this from now onwards. Forward minus spot divided by spot multiplied by 100 is nothing but a discount or premium on foreign currency or right hand side currency. If the answer is negative, it is at discount. If the answer is positive, it is at premium. This answer is as positive, so it is at dollar is at premium. This was concept of discount and premium on currency, and believe me, at CA final SFM level, I have seen minimum 3 questions of 4 marks where you are just asked this. What is discount or premium on currency? Is it alright? If you are knowing this simple thing, please understand, first try to concentrate on the currencies, a premium or discount which is asked. In India, if the quote is direct and premium and discount is asked on dollars, you can easily do it. But if it is of rupees, you will have to reciprocate it. The premium or discount you are finding out will be right hand side, will be on right hand side. The rate should be of dollar, then only you can find out premium on dollar or a discount on dollar. Next, we are going to swap points. Try to concentrate. Sometimes in question this will be given. Spot rate is rupees 70 per dollar. And it will be given 3 months swap point. Swap points is 2. What does this mean? This is a technical language of quoting the rate of forward. Practically, this means that 3 months forward of dollar is trading at rupees 72 per dollar. It is a difference between spot rate and forward rate as far as swap point is concerned. Normally, but we have seen in market what will be available is bid and ask rate both. Try to concentrate. Spot rate is 74/75 rupees per dollar. Concentrate on swap points. Swap points is 1/2 and they are 3 month swap points. I want to find out 3 months forward rate. I want to find out 3 months forward rate. Try to concentrate what I should do. First, I should add this to this figure. 74 plus 1, 75 slash 75 plus 2, 77. This will be rupees per dollar rate. Sir, which rate it is? It is nothing but 3 months forward rate. So, with this two information, I got this answer. The question comes as this. Sir, why we have added only? Why we have not subtracted? Try to understand the tradition. If the swap points are in ascending order, if swap points are in ascending order, that is they are increasing, what we will be doing to find out a forward is we will add swap points. We will add the swap points to find out a forward. And if the swap points are a descending order, that is they are decreasing, then I will subtract swap points to find out a forward rate. Now, please understand there is no logic behind it. There is a tradition that if they are in increasing order, it should be added. If they are in decreasing order, they should be deducted. The question comes as this. Why, sir, if it is in ascending order, we cannot subtract it? Why it is so we can add it? Believe me, there is a mathematical reason also. Let me do something incorrect which is in this question. Suppose instead of adding it, see they are in ascending order, I should add it. But let me subtract it. 74 minus 1 will become 73. 75 minus 2 will become 73 rupees per dollar. And this is an impossible rate. This figure should be higher than this figure. Is it alright? In this case, they both are equal. They both cannot be equal. This figure, right hand side figure, that is ask figure, should always be higher than bid rate. Why? I have calculated a forward rate incorrectly by using this swap points. Is it alright? Swap points are the points that is difference between spot and forward. Is it alright? When to add it, when to subtract it, I have explained you. When they are in ascending order, you should add it. When they are in descending order, you should subtract it. Is it alright? Try to concentrate. There are n numbers of questions where this point comes and normally student makes this mistake. Why? Try to concentrate. This is spot rate. 74.50 slash 74.60 rupees per dollar rate. Start it. Swap points are 20/30. Swap points are 1 year swap points. What is given is 20/30. Sorry. One of the student will help me, Deepak. I want to find out 1 year forward rate. You need to tell me whether I'll add or deduct this swap points.
Sir, add.
Add or deduct?
Add.
Add. All of you agree? Yes. How to add it? Can you tell me?
Sir, 74.50 plus 20.
Plus 20 and
Yeah.
74.60
0.60 plus 30.
plus 30. This is what we all understand because I have explained you. That if the swap
Yeah.
points are increasing, it should be added. If they are decreasing, it should be deducted. But try to understand here, even if this is written, what is to be done, I'll tell you. Is it alright? It should be added. The answer is yes. Is it all? But it is 74.50 plus or minus plus. But it will not be 20 added. It will be only 0.20 which will be added. And ask rate will be 74.60 plus 0.30. Sir, it is not written 0.2 and 0.3. Why we are adding 0.2 and 0.3? When the rate is quoted in this manner, try to understand it is 0.20 and 0.30 only. These are 1 year swap points, and in 1 year, forward is not traded at 20 rupees higher. It is never traded in the market at 20 rupees higher. So the 1 year forward rate will be 74.70 slash 74.90 rupees per dollar. Alright. See, what a logical person will do is this. It is 84.50 slash 104.60 will be nothing but my rate. But this is not a correct answer. Is it all? This rate is not a correct answer. Your 20 should be treated as a 0.2 and 0.3 automatically. Is it all? Like in this case, try to concentrate. Spot rate of rupees per dollar is 74.3426 slash 74.3526. That's it all. This is bid and ask rate for rupees per dollar. 1 month swap points are again 20 let me take 26 and 16. Sakshi, you are online?
Yes, sir.
For finding out 1 month forward rate, this should be added or this should be deducted first?
Deducted.
It will be deducted. Now try to concentrate over here. How it will be deducted? 74.3426 minus what should be deducted is 26. It will not be deducted. Can you, Sakshi, help me out? It is 0.26 will be deducted. Again, the answer is no. Try
0.0026.
Exactly. It will be 0.0026. And where it is written, in which book of finance it is written, in which author has written, no one has written. This is just a tradition. If someone says that this is the rate and this is the swap points, they will always deduct in last 2 digits. Is it alright? And the answer will be 74.3400 slash. And now you will deduct 74.3526. Sakshi, how you will deduct? 0.0016. And this answer will be 74.351. Sorry. So this is just a tradition which you need to understand while you are doing forex, that even if this rate is written 24 and 26 and 16, it does not mean it is actually 26 and 16. Seeing this rate is 0.0026 and 0.0016. Is it all right? This is how the swap points are used. And I think you are extremely clear that if they are in descending order, it should be subtracted. If they are in ascending order, it should be added. And this is very simple. But understanding this is very difficult. Try to concentrate why it is so. I'll give you a practical logic. All right. I am going from one place to another, which is say 5 kilometers far. That's all right. I asked to a rickshawala that what will be the rent from traveling from this place to this place. Is it all right? He says me 50 rupees. Or he says me 50. He does not mention anything. Is it all right? He mentions 50. Even if he does not clearly mentions 50 rupees, we will assume this is 50 rupees. Can't you assume it is 50,000 rupees? Yes, because the wordings is not saying 50 exactly rupees. He is just saying 50. What 50? 50,000, 5 lakhs. He is not saying anything. We will be assuming 50, seeing the circumstances. So in forex also happens the same thing. If someone gives me this rate 74.50 and 74.60 and someone says me that the swap points are 10 and 20, I'll always be adjusting in last two integer. Is it alright? This is how you should interpret the swap points. Is it alright? I hope swap points is absolutely clear. And I'm moving to next concept. See, what we are doing in forex is, this all is base for forex. So in first two lectures, we will be absolutely completing all base of forex, so that we understand how to calculate the rate, what is forward rates, how to calculate the forward rate if swap points are given, and all the basics will be completed. And from third lecture onwards, we'll be moving on to some practical questions, and which will become easy for us because we are absolutely clear with the base. We are going to interest rate parity theorem. We are going to interest rate parity theorem. For this, we need to revise one concept that we have learned in derivatives, which is theoretical price of forward. If you have forgotten, let me just revise it. Theoretical price of forward is equal to spot plus interest minus dividend. Your dividend will not come into picture. So I am removing it because they are not shares, they are foreign currencies, and foreign currencies are not companies, so they will not pay you dividend. It is a spot plus interest. That is nothing but amount. How we calculate amount is nothing but spot into 1 plus I. The interest will be automatically added because amount will be is equal to spot plus interest, which is nothing but by formula we can write down in this manner also. And this is how we find out theoretical price of forward. Let me also explain you, this is not an actual price at which forwards or futures are traded. This is a bookish theoretical price of forward. Is it all right? Let me ask to one of the student, any student can answer me. If the price is not this, if the actual forward rate is different, if actual market price of forward is not same, they both are not equal, then what?
Arbitrage opportunity.
Arbitrage opportunity, sir.
Exactly. Both of you are correct. If I have told you in any of the case, whether it is forex chapter, derivative chapter, any chapter, if your theoretical price is not equal to your market price, then there is an always arbitrage opportunity and you can earn an arbitrage gain. What is arbitrage gain? Earning risk less profit. Earning profit without taking into any risk. Is it alright? Same concept we are using in forward of currency. Is it alright? See, what does interest rate parity theorem says? It says forward rate should be equal to spot rate. When interest rate parity theorem will come into consideration when you are finding out forward rate of any currency. So if it is dollar, pound, yen, Swiss franc, anything, you can take this. But if they are potatoes, if it is Reliance shares, if it is Tata shares, you will have to find out theoretical price of forward in this manner. The forward rate should be spot into of home currency divided by 1 plus interest rate of foreign currency. That's all right. Yes, this is correct. That's all right. 1 plus interest rate of home currency divided by 1 plus interest rate of foreign currency. Is it all? The price which you will be getting is a theoretical price of forward. What is theoretical price of the forward? This should be the price of forward. If this is not a price of forward, then there is arbitrage opportunity. And that we have learned in derivatives. And I'll prove it in Forex also. That's alright. Please understand this formula is taken from a normal formula of theoretical price of forward, which is nothing but a spot plus interest. That is nothing but if you want to add interest in spot is spot into 1 plus I. But if it is Reliance shares, if it is Tata shares, if they are potatoes, you can use this because there is only one economy involved. Here, the price of dollar will be dependent upon dollar rate also, the demand and supply of dollar also. It will be dependent upon interest rate of USA also and interest rate of India also. Is it alright? So there will be two factors which will be influencing the price of forward. One is the demand and supply of dollar. Another is interest rate in USA and interest rate in India. Is it alright? So, let me take one example of theoretical price of forward. Spot rate is rupees 100 per dollar. Interest rate in India is 10% and interest rate in USA is 5%. I am finding out a theoretical price of 1 year forward. Theoretical price of 1 year forward will be equal to 100 into 1.10 divided by 1.05. That's alright. Which formula I have used? Spot into 1 plus interest rate of home currency upon 1 plus interest rate of foreign currency. Is it all? This will be equal to 100 into 1.1 divided by 1.05. It is 104.76. This is actual rate or theoretical price of forward. This is a theoretical price of 1 year forward. This should be the price of forward. This is not actual market price of the forward. Actual market price is determined by demand and supply. And actual 1 year forward is trading at 102 rupees per dollar. Let me take 108. 108 rupees per dollar. This is nothing but actual 1 year forward rate. Trading in the market. What should be 1 year forward rate is 104.76. What is actually 1 year forward rate is 108. Whenever this both are not equal, there is an arbitrage opportunity. And let me tell you how you can earn a risk-less profit. Let us draft an arbitrage process. This is a position after 1 year. This is a spot position. As I have explained you in derivative also, what we are talking about 1 year forward. This is our underlying asset. 1 year forward. See both the prices. It should be 104. It is 108. Market has overvalued. Anything which is overvalued by the market, anything which is overvalued, you should sell it. Anything which is undervalued by the market, you should purchase it. Now try to concentrate. 1 year forward, this many dollars I am going to sell. Is it alright? At what rate? At what rate? Mehak, 108 or 104.76? I am selling 1 year forward of N dollars in forward market.
We can sell only at actual rate.
Why can't you sell at 104.76?
So that is a theoretical.
There is a theory. We have found it out in book. That is not actually traded in the market. Yes, you are correct. So it will be at the rate of 108 rupees per dollar. And please understand, here in derivative settlement, we will be doing settlement by delivery. Is it alright? Not settlement by differences. Is it all? Whenever we do arbitrage, we do settlement by delivery. Is it all? So if you want to sell it, you should have it. And as I told you, you have taken a bearish position or you have sold the dollar in forward today, spot. You will always purchase dollar. To show arbitrage process, you can take 1 lakh dollar, you can take $1, you can take $100. I normally take $100. Lakh. Purchase $100 and invest USA at the rate of 5% per annum. So how much dollar you will be getting at the end of 1 year? You will be getting $105. So initially only you should be selling 1 year forward of $105, sell at the rate of rupees 108. Is it alright? You will be selling $105 after 1 year. Mac, you have decided today or you will be deciding after 1 year?
Today.
Everything is decided today. Try to understand. I am selling $105 after 1 year, but the contract is made today. That is nothing but a forward contract. That's alright. So I will be selling this 108, and as I told you, it will be nothing but everything decided today, and this settlement is done through delivery and not by differences. But you need $100 today for that. You have purchased $100. You are in India, so you cannot directly purchase dollar. You will have to give rupees for it. How many rupees will be required for the same? Rupees that will be required will be $100, and as it is a spot rate, what is a spot rate? Rupees 100 per dollar. Is it alright? So what will be rupees required? Rupees 10,000. I have explained you before also, in arbitrage opportunity, always you did not invest your own money. Whenever something is required, you borrow it. In India, it's correct. If you borrow it in India, what is the rate applicable? 10%. Is it alright? So, you will be repaying after 1 year. How much money? 10,000 into 1.10, that is nothing but rupees 11,000. Rupees 11,000. As I am repaying, I am writing negative. Is it alright? What I'll be getting then? I will be getting 105 into 108. 105 into 108. It is 11,340. As I am getting it, I am writing plus. Is it alright? I will be getting this money. Settlement by delivery. I will be actually giving $105 and getting 11,340 rupees. If you will see the difference, number one, it is plus. It is 340 and this is arbitrage gain. It is plus 340. This is nothing but arbitrage gain. Is it alright? What will be the all process? Try to understand. There will not be cash outflow of a single penny today also and after 1 year also. Try to understand what I'll be doing. First, I'll be borrowing 10,000 rupees and purchasing $100. This is what is done today. Is it alright? I have borrowed 10,000 rupees. With that 10,000 rupees, $100 I have purchased. So I am not having anything in my hand today. This borrowing of 10,000 rupees, I will have to repay after 1 year 11,000. What is happening with $100? Today I am investing this $100. So $100 is also not in my pocket. At the rate of 5% and I will be getting $105 after 1 year. But I have already sold this $105 at the rate of 108. So what I will be getting? 11,340. This is what I am getting. This is what I am repaying. And this is the net profit without taking any risk. They say there is no price probability. Huh? This is also a compulsory contract. This is also a compulsory contract. This is also a compulsory contract. All the figures are compulsory. I'll be 100% getting 11,314 and paying 11,000 will be earning a net profit of 340, which is nothing but arbitrage gain. Is it alright? Now try to concentrate. If the spot price is rupees 80 per dollar, if interest rate in India is 10% and interest rate in USA is 5%. This is for dollar, this is for rupees. That's fine. I want a theoretical price of forward. It is 80 into 1.10 divided by 1.05. Let me revise it. Theoretical price of forward as per interest rate parity theorem is spot into 1 plus interest of home currency divided by 1 plus interest of foreign currency, and this is how I'll be getting the answer. This is theoretical price of forward. What is theoretical price of forward? 80 into 1.1 divided by 1.05. It is 83.81 approximately. 83.81. Start. This is rupees per dollar theoretical price. I am writing actual price of a forward. Actual price of forward is 80 rupees. This is in market of 1 year forward. This is what I have found out is also 1 year forward. But this is theoretical price. This is actual price. Market has overvalued or undervalued? Market has undervalued. Stuti, are you online?
Yes, sir.
Anything which is undervalued, what you should do?
I should purchase.
You should purchase it. Let me draw that arbitrage process. 1 year forward, you will be purchasing. This many dollar. At the rate of, Stuti, you are on the line. At the rate of what? 80 or 83.81?
80.
80. Because you cannot purchase at 83.81. How many dollars? But that I'll be doing afterwards. Is it alright? For doing this, in a spot, I should be selling dollars. See, in previous example, was I purchasing dollar? Yes. Then here, I should be selling dollars. Is it alright? But to sell the dollar, I'll have to first borrow the dollar. Is it alright? So, I will borrow $100. See, let me draw this line. This will be always opposite situation. If you are purchasing dollar over here, you will be selling dollar over here. Is it alright? But to sell the dollar, you should be having dollar. For having dollar, you'll have to borrow dollar. I will be borrowing $100 today. Is it alright? And I'll have to repay, as I am borrowing dollar, I will have to pay 5% interest. And I'll have to repay $105 after 1 year. How I'll repay? Try to concentrate. For repaying dollar, I should be having dollar. I have already purchased dollar, and this, how much I'll purchase? I will purchase $105. So this will be tallied. Try to understand. I will have to repay $105 because I have borrowed $100. So what I will do, which I'll be getting in delivery. This is delivery, yeah? So I'll be getting $105, which I'll be repaying in this loan. But, yes?
Sir, actual price of the forward and spot rate can be same.
Yes. Theoretical price?
No, sir. Actual price and spot price.
Yes,
spot
it can
rate.
be same. Is it, there is no problem. It can be absolutely same. Is it?
Okay, sir.
So you will be repaying $105. You will be getting $105. This will be tallied, but you will have to purchase $105 at rupees 80. $105 at rupees 80. So you will be paying 8,400 rupees after 1 year. Try to understand. You have borrowed $100 today. You will have to repay $105 after 1 year. But you have already entered into a purchase of dollar contract of $105. So you will be getting $105 because you will be settling that forward contract through delivery. That you will be repaying it in this loan. And you, for purchasing this $105, you will have to pay 8,400 rupees. But what you will do with a borrowed $100 today is you will be selling this $100 at the rate of rupees 80. I have taken the same price. It is absolutely alright, but it does not matter. So what I'll be getting today is 8,000 rupees today. Never the settlement should be done today. So invest in India in rupees at the rate of 10%. What you will be getting at the rate of 10% is at the end of 1 year, you will be getting 8,000 into 1.10. That is nothing but rupees 8,800 you will be getting. So I am writing positive. See, today single penny is not going out of my pocket. I have borrowed $100, so I am having $100 in my pocket today, which I have sold. So that has gone out of my pocket. I have received 8,000 rupees today, but that I have invested. So again, they are going out of my pocket. After 1 year, I will be getting 8,800 rupees because I have invested 8,000 rupees. After 1 year, this is what I am getting. I have borrowed $100 today, which I need to repay $105 after 1 year. This I will be repaying from forward contract, which is by delivery, where I am going to get $105. So this will be repaid. But to purchase this $105, I'll have to pay 8,400 rupees. But if you will see the difference, it is positive 400 rupees. This is nothing but arbitrage gain. Alright. Now, one point is easy in arbitrage. Either it will be this process where market has overvalued. This will be sell, this will be purchase. This process will remain same if market has overvalued, and this process will be there if market has undervalued. Alright. So this is the two process. If market has undervalued, arbitrage process. If market has overvalued, then what will be the arbitrage process? And believe me, the process will remain same. If market has undervalued, here you will be purchasing the forward, you will be borrowing the foreign currency, you will be selling foreign currency over here, you will be investing in home currency, and you will be getting in home currency. This process will remain same if market has undervalued. If market has overvalued, this process will remain same. Is it all? So this is nothing but interest rate parity theorem. Once again, try to understand what does interest rate parity theorem says. Forward theoretical price should be equal to spot into 1 plus interest rate of home currency divided by 1 plus interest rate of foreign currency. That's all. This is nothing but theoretical price of forward, and this theory is known as interest rate parity theorem. Let's start it. Sakshi, for your question which you asked in between. If USA or dollar interest rate is 10% and rupees interest rate is 10%, sorry. Spot price is 80 rupees. What will be forward price? Can you tell me without calculating?
80 rupees.
It will be rupees 80.
Sir, 80 rupees.
Is it all? And this can be actual price of forward even. This can be actual price of forward even. Is it all right? Now the point that why it should be home in numerator, foreign in denominator. Try to concentrate. Whenever, say this is the price of rupees per dollar, say 100. If in India, interest rate is 10%, and if in foreign, that is in USA, interest rate is 5%. Lower the interest rate, stronger should be the currency. Lower the interest rate, stronger should be the currency. So, the price of forward should be more than 100 because USA's interest rate is lower. USA interest rate is lower. Lower the interest rate, stronger should be the currency. Is right? This is very normal. Say in USA, right now interest rate are between 3 to 4%. In India, the interest rate is between 7 to 10%. If you will see the forward rate of dollar, it will be always higher. The dollar will be at premium because their interest rate in the country is lower. Why interest rate? When we'll be going to purchasing power parity theorem, believe me, it will be absolutely clear, because when I say interest rate, it is confusing, but when I say inflation rate, suppose this were inflation rate, in India is 10%, in USA is 5%, then dollar should become stronger in forward. Is it alright? So in numerator, it will be home currency, that is a 10%. Higher the numerator, higher will be this rate. And if this rate is higher, say it becomes 110, then ultimately dollar will be at premium, and dollar should be at premium if it is their interest rate is lower. So lower is kept in denominator and higher is kept in. But say in India interest rate is 5% and USA it is 10%. Believe me, this answer will be less than 100, because now dollar will be at a discount in forward market because their interest rate is higher. Is it alright? We are going to next concept, which is purchasing power parity theorem, and believe me, you will feel it is absolutely same. Purchasing power parity theorem or theory. Is it? It is also known as a PPP theory. What does it say? What should be the price of a forward? Is nothing but a spot 1 plus inflation rate of home currency 1 plus inflation rate of foreign currency. Sir, this is exactly interest rate parity theorem. Absolutely right. Just the interest concept is replaced by inflation concept. Now you will understand why home should be in numerator. Because higher the inflation rate, lower is the currency will be at a discount. So if rupees inflation is higher, that is Indian inflation is higher and USA inflation is lower, the forward rate in nominal terms will be higher. That is dollar will be at premium and rupees will be at discount. Sorry. Instead of interest, it is inflation which is taken into consideration. And believe me, through inflation, we cannot theoretically explain arbitrage. There will be arbitrage. This is not actual price, and this is theoretical price of forward. If actual price is different, there will be arbitrage, but this cannot be explained on book, because then you'll have to not purchase and sell and borrow and lend dollar. You'll have to purchase actual commodity like potatoes and other things to explain so there is no arbitrage process questions as far as purchasing power parity theorem is concerned. But this is what purchasing power parity theorem says. The theoretical price of forward should be equal to spot into 1 plus inflation rate of home currency divided by 1 plus inflation rate of foreign currency. Is it alright? This is the same as interest rate parity theorem.